sure whether you are in Monrovia, whether you are play safely. Yeah, this is the OK conversation here. Let's bring you some of the commercials for you on the OK conversation. Let's see if we can bring you this one right here.
Our help, our life is in ours to make it better. Let's work together.
My people, hello. My name is Dr. Catherine Thomas Cooper. I'm the Chief Medical Officer of Liberia. I got good news for everyone. The government and the partners last year started to give malaria vaccine in 6 counties in Liberia in the southeast. We are now ready to carry the vaccine to the remaining 9 counties. My people, the malaria vaccine will be given to children from 5 months all the way up to 2 years. Our children will take the vaccine 4 different times to help reduce malaria from catching them fast and for them not to get sick with malaria. The vaccine is safe, available and free. No paying money for it. So let us carry our children to the clinic or the hospital for the malaria vaccine. When we carry our children to the clinic or hospital, the doctor people will tell you more about the malaria vaccine. My people, even when your children taking the malaria vaccine, we must always make sure that they sleep under the mosquito net everywhere and every night. Let us also remind you that when our children are taken to the clinic, we must make sure that we carry our baby vaccine card. Carry your 5-month-old children and your children less than 2 years old to the clinic or the hospital for malaria vaccine. The vaccine is safe, available and free. No paying money. This is a message from the Ministry of Health and her partner.
And together we can have a healthy family and have a healthy life and be very happy. At home, let's follow the doctor's advice. This is the only way we can make it better for us in our family and our country. Our health, our life is in our hands to make it better. Let's work together.
I become a person from my happiness.
Is your car sick? Is your car having engine problem, wheel alignment, or air conditioning problems? Then here's your solution. Here's the medication for your car. Automed's Garage on Gerda Street, opposite the Old General Ministry, is the right clinic for all your cars. With our local and international professional mechanic, we get your car back in good shape. Automed's Garage. We have a multi-spray booth that leaves your car sparkling, or Car Care Center, CCC, that takes care of your car interior and exterior. We get your car the multi rims and doors handle. Let's just say we pimp your ride. Make your car look modern at Automed's Garage on Gerda Street. We have a professional tire center that change your tire in no time. With our state-of-the-art diagnosing machine, we know exactly what's wrong with your car. No guessing. Our tow service is one of its kind. Tow your car for a reasonable amount if we won't fix your car. And for free if Automeds will service your car. Our prices are unbeatable and our customer service is outstanding. So whatever your cars need, call Automeds Garage on Gerda Street, opposite the Old General Ministry, on 0555-535-307 or 0777-884-077. Automeds Garage. We care for your cars.
I become a person from my happiness.
Good news to all travelers in and out of Liberia. ST Transport Service has introduced new fleet of buses in Liberia to take travelers from Monrovia directly to Ghana, Abidjan, Guinea and Sierra Leone. We also do connection for our passengers to Lomé, Cotonou and Lagos, as well as Bamako, Dakar and Banjul. We also travel from Monrovia to Plebo Harper, Maryland County. For more information, you can visit our red light office opposite Zone 9 Depot 1 Police Station or call us on 0775 908830, 0886 888 538, 0777 775501, and 0555 558801. What are you waiting for? Come and enjoy our fast, reliable, and comfort service. ST is here to serve you.
I say, Esther, what did the American people mean by overstay that they say some of all that people doing?
Mary, they overstay the American people talking about that for you to stay long after the time you ask her to stay in America and the time the people already not take record for, even when your visa still get long time on it.
Oh, okay. So it means when I tell the American embassy that I'm going for 6 weeks, it should be 6 weeks, it shouldn't pass 6 weeks, even if I get 1 year visa, sir?
Yes. Even if you get 1 year visa or 3 year visa and you going for 6 weeks, that is 6 weeks you must stay for and can't red bago. If you won't go again, they will believe you next time. But if you tell the people say 6 weeks, then you stay for 6 months, they will not trust you next time. Oh, don't let anybody in America fool you. Oh. Even if the immigration in the very America tell you say you must stay for 6 months, don't do it. Oh. Only stay for the time you told the embassy you're going for, so you can't spoil your friend and way to travel to America.
Okay, thank you for making me understand the whole overstay thing the American people talking about. From now on, I will stay for the time I requested for. As soon as the time pass, I come in right by it, because I want my country need to be on any overstay list. When they will restrict my country and they traveling to America, for my family and friends.
Don't stay beyond the time you requested from the U.S. Embassy. Return home after your requested length of stay. Get clean record. More travel chances. A message from the Special Presidential Task Force.
We are brave. We are passionate.
Hey Tanu, I need cash and there is no ATM around here.
Really? Did you try the EcoBank POS?
POS? I said I need cash. What is it about POS?
Judy, you can get your cash through the POS. All you need to do is to visit any EcoBank Express point or petrol trade gas station and request to use the POS. Guess what? It can also take other bank cards.
Oh, widow, you mean cards from banks overseas too?
Yes, it should just be your Visa card.
Wow, great. So when there is no ATM around me, I will just use the POS to get my money fast. EcoBank has made it too easy, man. EcoBank and innovation that real 5 and 6 so.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Welcome back to the conversation here on OKFM 99.5. So let's go to our live Facebook page and see some of you who have joined us this afternoon. Seth S. Kelber is following, says, good afternoon, Marka Davis. I'm following from Johnsonville, Walker Hill in District 2, Montserrat County. Flexible General, he said he's J. Ansu Coleman from Clay District in Bowman County. He's joined us. Thanks for joining. Emmanuel Gowe is also following, says, good afternoon, Marka. I'm watching live from Flint Town Community, Japan Freeway. Tonia Brooks is also following. He says, I'm watching from historic Trenton, New Jersey. Benjamin Kanabo is also following. He says he's following from Bull City in Sierra Leone. Thanks for joining. O.P. O'Neill Johnson is also following from Doe Community. Thanks for joining the conversation. P.K. Nippon is also following. Says, thanks. Patrick G. Caddy is also following from Brewerville. Says Perry Town Community. Daniel Tente has also joined us. A great job, Marka, for always stepping in when when called upon. Keep up the great job. Thank you, Daniel. Martin Brooks is also following from Peugeot Garage. Charles Dowboy Calon, thanks for joining. J. Martin Gofa is also following us this afternoon. Kojo Borky is following from Grand Jida County. Thanks for joining us as well, Kojo. Achi Topo is also watching. Dakin Anderson is watching from Claratown. Frederick Salif is also watching. He said, I'm following from the traffic. Okay, thanks for joining. Jonathan K. Bala is also following us from Columbus, Ohio, USA. Said, thanks, you guys. Arman Debe is also following. He says he's following from the political capital of electoral district number 15. I don't know where is that, but those in that area will know. Harris P. Pangba Jr. is also following from Capitol Hill. He said from his Capitol Hill office. Mark Chila is following as well. J. Joseph W. Bondo is watching from Bon County, Salala City. Prince Tambanyuma is also following from Fender. He says, good afternoon. Water S. Fadolo from District number 8, Nema County is also following. Leo Tano is watching from Bengba Town. That's on the RIA Highway. Jacob Mwan Koi is also following, he says, from the headquarters of the Innovative Youth Alliance Indo community. Thanks to all of you who are also joining. We encourage you to share the live and allow others to also follow. Archie M. Scott joining says, Mr. Marka Davis, I'm following from my home on Johnson Street. So anyway, Robert Ngone, one of our regular followers, is also with us watching this afternoon. So let's see what's happening in the region. And this one, a UN fact-finding mission has determined that evidence of atrocities carried out during the siege and takeover of the Sudanese city of El Fasher points to genocide. The paramilitary rapid support forces, the RSF, captured El Fasher, located in the western region of Darfur, at the end of October after an 18-month blockade. It was one of the most brutal chapters in Sudan's nearly 3-year civil war and triggered widespread international outrage. This is the closest the UN has come to declaring that genocide is being carried out by RSF fighters in Darfur during the current conflict. The RSF has not commented on the report but has denied previous such accusations. The body of evidence we collected, including the prolonged siege, starvation, and denial of humanitarian assistance, followed by mass killings, rape, torture, and enforced disappearance, systematic humiliation, and perpetrators' own declarations, leaves only one reasonable inference, said fact-finding mission expert Mona Rashmawi. She said the RSF acted with intent to destroy, in whole or in part, the Zagawa and 4 communities in El Fasher. These are the hallmarks of genocide. The report concludes that at least 3 underlying acts of genocide were committed, including killing members of a protected ethnic group, causing serious bodily and mental harm, and deliberately inflicting conditions of life calculated to bring about the group's physical destruction in whole or in part. And this latest news coming from Nigeria, it was just published by the BBC about or just less than an hour ago, 54 minutes. It says at least 34 people have been killed in coordinated attacks by suspected Islamist militants on several villages in northwestern Nigeria, officials have told the BBC. The gunmen launched simultaneous assaults on multiple communities in a remote border district of Kebbi State on Tuesday, overwhelming local defenses and forcing residents to flee their homes. Survivors described the attackers as highly organized, saying they swept through villages firing indiscriminately at residents. Officials have blamed the relatively new insurgent group Lakurawa, which is known to operate in the area. It was targeted by U.S. airstrikes in December further north in Sokoto State. Well, these are some of the latest stories from the region. We, if you may, from the continent, we initially talked about or brought the news from Sudan, where the UN is saying that what has been happening there is genocide. I mean, Sudan has been in conflict for a very long time, and each time, for us Africans, when we take onto the airwave, we will always, urge our leaders across Africa to understand that this continent, needs to prosper. I mean, the people of Africa need to live in peace in order to make progress. Continuous conflict just for power, I think, is democratically useless. So, it's useless. We think that people should enjoy their democratic rights, to elect leaders peacefully, and leaders too should have the duty and responsibility of leading their people, through the tenets of good governance, practicing democracy that respects the rights of citizens, that is accountable to the people, how you manage the resources of the country, how you even manage the people of the country. So if we continue to deviate from these principles of democracy and leadership, obviously we will continue to see conflicts all over the place, which is not good. When one country is peaceful and another is not peaceful, violence or conflict everywhere or anywhere is a threat to any peaceful, neighbors, because it is possible these violence and conflicts can spill over to other countries. And we want to see an Africa where the young people are getting opportunity for education. We can have one country where every year, instead of young people taking, new university, admission test, but they are being trained to fire gun and all of that. I think it is terrible for our continent, and we are just calling on the leaders, even the leaders of the rival, forces, to understand too that even these regions that they control and that they are fighting for control, there are young people there, there are women there, there are children, there are elderly people who work and retired, and they used to live there, or they need to live their retirement life in peace. That these children need to grow up knowing peace and knowing progress, and that these young people need to take new opportunity of education to learn and become the future builders, the future leaders of these countries. But for them to only be, introduced to arms and all of that, I think it is bad for not only Sudan, but even the neighboring countries and Africa at large. In Nigeria, I think it is again a sad thing. We've always talked about this thing here, that there's a need for we don't know at some point now, as it is, we don't know what kind of recommendations to make to the Nigerian government. We always see the news of attack on either school or on mosque or on a church, and we always seeing X, Y, and Z number of persons killed by insurgents. And like I've always said, each election cycle in Nigeria, the people who want power will always promise the population that they will address the insecurity in Nigeria. But over the years, I don't even want to say years, I can say over the decades, the situation have remained the same. The situations have remained the same because we are still seeing the attacks on villages. We are still seeing the attack on schools. We are still seeing the attacks on mosques, the attacks on towns, on churches, and taking away precious lives of citizens. Peaceful, innocent people who are going about their daily normal activities, they are sometimes taken by these kind of shocks. Imagine in the story, they are telling you, eyewitnesses are saying that the gunmen enter the village and started shooting indiscriminately. Meaning they were just shooting. If it reaches you, the bullet reaches you, I mean, you are gone. I mean, I don't know what Nigeria needs to do. The authorities, the leaders in Nigeria, the Nigerian government, I don't know what they need to do to solve that problem. And ironically, when there are conflicts in other African countries and other places, Nigeria is amongst the countries that send the largest troops. And we are grateful to them for their intervention in our own conflict in Liberia here. So having said that, we just want to appeal to the conscience of the Nigerian government to understand that. And while speaking to the Nigerian government, people who are forming these malicious groups, these different, I must just call them terrorist groups, to just understand for a fact that some of them, Nigeria is their home too. They are from Africa. How will they feel if their wives and children or their family is wiped away through the means that they are wiping other families away? So I think they too should think about the country, think about people's lives, and cease these activities. On a serious note, other than that, we will call on the Nigerian government to seek external intervention. I know the U.S. is already willing to help. Like we read in a story in December, there was a U.S. airstrike in Nigeria. So if this is overwhelming the Nigerian defense, then they should seek external intervention, not just for the sake of the government, but for the sake of these innocent people, students, children, future leaders who are being destroyed just by these reckless activities. Yeah, so that's it for what is happening in Nigeria and Sudan. But in Liberia, we want to continuously speak to the hearts and minds of our people, our leaders, and even the ordinary Liberian people. We understand that anytime I come on radio, I always love to talk about this issue of toxic politics. We should understand that why it is true that other people are from different political parties and other people are in power, others are not there, and all of that. We should also understand that all of us, all an allegiance to the country. Yeah, because like I have always said, a nation can only progress in peace. All of us talk about development every day. Oh yes, we want paved roads in Western Liberia. We want paved roads in southeastern, in the North Central region, and believing strongly that road connectivity, will give rise to economic prosperity, because when you have roads, people will be. In fact, in the first place, as soon as you see what we call quota passing through a community, that's the time you see people start bringing, big shops and stores along the road. So that's one of the things that when people say road brings, economic progress, it is because once, there's road, you will see people starting now to even build infrastructure. People start to build businesses along where there are roads. So, and we cannot do these things in crisis. You remember when we were in crisis here, we didn't do anything. The first time I was coming to Monrovia from Nimba, I could not imagine. Even from Ganta to Red Light, the road was so terrible. I can't remember how many hours we spent over there. But right now, in 2 hours 30 minutes from Pinsville, you are in Nimba, you're in Ganta. If you want to go to Zwedru in no time, maybe 3, 4, 5 hours, 6 hours, you are in Zwedru, 7 hours. So I think if we try to prioritize development over just politics or mere politics, as I may say, we will be making progress. We'll be making progress. And like I've always said, I know a lot of young people are very zealous or enthusiastic about politics. They want to be in the front. They want to be heard, either on the radio or on the social media. And some of them believe that the only way you will get that relevance is by maybe going against leaders in the country in a very, denigrating manner, using, words that are inappropriate towards leaders and elderly people. And when you do that and people think that, yes, you are brave, you are bold, you are straight to the point. But you can be straight, you can be bold, you can be brave without these negative activities. So it's a caution to us, especially the young people. You see some of these people who are in mainstream politics today, especially occupying the big positions, most of them are in their 50s. Most of them are in their 50s. Some of them in their 70s. So they are in the how should I call it? Twilight of their life. Okay? They are going. They are fading away. So if you mind them and make the environment toxic for ourselves as the upcoming generation of leaders, then how do we expect to lead a peaceful, stable, and prosperous nation? So we should start to do politics in a different way. Diplomacy used to be about most often it used to be about seeking assistance, seeking help, always begging. Like for example, you go to Washington, and when you meet development partners or we meet government authorities, you'll be like, oh, we want for you to give us small money so we can go and do our role, water business, offering our people in the interior part of Liberia. We'll beg you, give us some money so we can go build hand pump for our people. So Donald Trump says, this kind of dependency diplomacy is not working. There's a need for us to do economic diplomacy wherein you open opportunity, you open your arms for investment, and then we bring investment, and obviously the benefit will be huge. Instead of this please giving thing. So it's a different kind of diplomacy where now our ambassadors out there, when they go to meet our counterparts, they are revealing, or better still, unveiling opportunities, investment opportunities. That talk about how can we invest, for example, in the cocoa sector, how can we invest in the oil palm sector, how can we invest in the rubber sector, how can we invest in the mineral sector, making these kind of case. That's responsible way of doing things as a country that is independent, so that you can get that respect of sovereignty from other, member countries of the world. It can't always be, please give me. So in the same vein, we should start to do politics differently, constructively. We criticize issues that are not right, but we don't have to. And it is so siding that even some of the leaders that have huge followers, are some of the ones that as soon as you put your camera on them, they start using, vulgar words. They start using, profanity. They start using, these bad words that no one actually will not be at the house and use them amongst their children. But they do that, and the public follow, and they think they are popular politicians. So it is wrong. We got to do politics responsibly. Yeah, so like I said, let me go through this story that has been reported here about the Ministry of Commerce shutting down. I don't know who is calling me on this number, but you can send me the text about this Ministry of Commerce decision today. Let's see, there's a story here being reported on OK Online page about the Ministry of Commerce, the Inspectorate Division, moving ahead today to shut down 2 companies. They were involved in business that outside of their scope. I understand they got concession contract with the government of Liberia. It is East International that got a contract for the RIA highway. But then the Ministry of Commerce is concerned, why will you be doing other business outside of your scope of operation? So the story being reported here, it says the Ministry of Commerce and Industry Inspectorate Division has halted the manufacturing of cement blocks and the sale of sand and crushed rocks by Yi Shang Incorporated and East International Construction Company in Pinsville. The action follows an inspection conducted at the company's compound along ELWA Road in the Greystone community. The inspection, according to the Commerce Inspector General Miento Batu, was prompted by a report that East International Construction Company was engaging in unauthorized commercial activities inconsistent with its approved operational mandate. According to findings from the Inspectorate Division, East International, a road construction contractor operating in Liberia, has been awarded government road construction contracts and benefits from concessionary privileges granted by that purpose, or for that purpose, Inspectors, however, observed that the company was involved in the constant sale of rocks and sand allegedly allocated for road construction works. The inspection also established that Yi Shang Incorporated was operating within the same compound in collaboration with East International Construction Company. Yi Shang was found to be engaged in the commercial sale of rocks and sand, as well as the production and sale of cement blocks, activities that appeared to be conducted independently or jointly outside the scope of the primary road construction mandate. Inspector General of Commerce Batu said the companies had in recent months been manufacturing blocks and selling sand and crushed rocks to the public, materials intended for the ongoing expansion of the Rabas International Airport Road project. He indicated that the reported diversion of materials undermines the purpose for which the government contract was awarded and adversely affects Liberian-owned construction businesses. So East, under the for what I just read, having won the contract for the construction of the Rabas International Airport Road, they have privileges such as you can use your own machine to crush rock that you can use for the construction of this road. You can you see some of those big blocks that you can see along the road, sometimes separating different lanes and all of that. That's block making. You can do that for that purpose. You can mine river sand, for that purpose. But what we are gathering from the Inspectorate Division is that instead of doing that exclusively for the road construction purpose, they are selling. So if you crush the rock, you sell some, you use some. You mine sand, instead of using it for the road construction purpose, you selling it. You building cement blocks and selling them. So I think the ministry is saying no. That is not the purpose of your contract. You are working outside of your contractual agreement. So it is obvious that's the reason why they took that action. But I was trying to reach out to the Inspector General of Commerce. I have his contact here. I was calling him earlier. He didn't pick. Let me see if somebody can let him know that I can just talk to him for at least a minute or two. That would be good. That would be good. So yeah, these are some of the issues we understand today. The president, they said dedication of or opening of the Standard Authority offices today. That's another story there. So I'm seeing that the Commerce Inspector General is on the line. So this is Marka Davis calling you from OKFM on the OK Afternoon Conversation concerning the action taken at East International and Yishank Company today. So I hope you can speak with us live, give us some information about that. Good afternoon. It's great to have you.
Good afternoon, Marka, and good afternoon to the listening audience.
Yes, you care to give us what prompted your inspection action today, leading to the closing of activities that you deemed outside of the mandate of these companies?
Yeah, so, Marka, as we all know, we got laws governing, our activities as a country. The 2010, the Investment Act of 2010 is clear on businesses that should be owned solely by Liberians. And one of those businesses is the molding of bricks and selling. Now, there are privileges given to contractors, whether they are from Liberia or outside of Liberia, to work here. The company in question, is here solely for construction of roads. And those materials, like the sand, the rock that they are getting, are not being paid for because of the contractor agreement that we have with them. So they are using those materials to build our roads, which we are benefiting from, right? Now, because of those contractor privileges given them, so they are now, going out of that and getting those same materials that they are using to construct the road to, to get profit. So they're using it to mold bricks and sell out to people. Now we got this intel and we thought to visit their compound. We went there, we saw the machine. We group of guys there, the Chinese guys are there. They are molding those bricks and profit. Making profit from them. They got a huge part of the bricks they are molded and they are selling out to all people, which we think is wrong. It's totally wrong because they do not have documents to that effect. They did not come here to get us involved into selling of sand, selling of the crushed rock, molding bricks, and selling out to people.
So did you issue an official hot communication or letter to them to halt those activities?
So for the past months, we have been calling on them. We have sent our team them. We have given them citation, and they have refused to adhere to those things. So today we thought it was good to go there and post up to what they are doing so that they can give us reason, come and give us reason while they are involved in the molding of bricks and selling out to people when they do not have permit or documents to that effect.
In Liberia, for example, when people are constructing somewhere and the Ministry of Public Works, the zoning department go there and cross X on it, say stop. Sometimes in 6 months time before you come back, that whole property is done. Now just go in and say stop. I saw you wrote a paper you placed hot there from the Ministry of Commerce. How do we intend to enforce this particular stop order?
So Marka, we have gone there. We have post up to the work they were doing, and in now with our rules, they have to appear. We got a legal team here that will take it from there. Even though we have all actions that will be taken against them. But our team will monitor that area. We'll continue to send our team there to ensure that those guys are not going ahead with the kind of work they are doing.
Okay. Asaf, you want to say anything, but I'm taking leave of you. Thank you for picking my call.
So this is just a warning to all of those different entities that are involved. We got businesses in line with the 2010 Act, Investment Act, that are clearly for Liberians, and we are going to ensure that our Liberian, businesses, go ahead with those ones. And we want to say out because we know that we are getting names for so many of the different companies that are involved with those things. It is not just the issue of black making. It is with different products in this country. Take for example, like I said today to your team that visited us, we got this issue of club beer. Club beer is a locally made, product here. How can you have, foreigners, involved with the dealership of club beer into this country? We think those activities are against the general business law of this country, and our team will continue to enforce that. We also want to say to our people, many times you go out there, you see those people doing those things, and you say, yeah, okay, they are part of us, and we are the one in front of the business. It's not for them, it's for us. Those are people
Okay,
who are
you're talking about fronting, people fronting for these.
They got people who are fronting, yes. Okay. They will come to us and say the business is for them. And when you tell them go and bring all the business documents, bring your bank and statements and all that thing, they don't come back.
But fronting is a crime.
It's a crime. That is what we are saying. So those of them involved into those behavior should immediately post stop to them, because our team is running after them, and we're going to make sure that we can post stop to those things.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Marka.
Mieta Batu is the Inspector General of Commerce, Republic of Liberia, speaking to us here on the OK Conversation. So let's take a couple of calls. 4 o'clock, Matthias and his team will be here with Forest Hour. 0777 700 995, 0555 995 995. Let's talk about what we've been talking. We have like just 6 minutes to go, so when you place your call, you can just be straight to the point. And then, yes, let's talk to this person. Hello?
Yeah, Marka, Avi Johnson calling for Dubo, a chairperson for the concern Librarian for Justice.
30 seconds, quickly.
Yeah, you see, in the country, why things will not be straight in recent time, because why? It's the government, that the government causing all these things. The government, everybody in the government, just for them to get someone a small key back. Don't see that people say, oh, close the people because they won't collect their own money.
I mean, as far as we are concerned, we saw the news. We reached out to the commerce inspector, and he just provided information. So we don't have any evidence to say they went to take bribe or this and that. Don't just make allegations against people. Hello.
Good afternoon, Marka.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining.
And let me say, President, good afternoon. I'm Christian. Pray for enemy buyer, and I do join the conversation this afternoon from the headquarters of the Veterans Bureau.
Okay.
But Marka, let me appreciate you and also appreciate the Inspector General of Commerce. Marka, this is just the beginning, because we have seen some of those things happening in various places. More especially when it comes to the expired goods in our market. There are so many expired goods. So I want to encourage the Inspector General not to only stop at those places, but to also visit those freezing food and those marketplaces, the supermarket and other things there. Even the shop. Sometimes you go, you get something from the shop and you see that it's expired. When you have to go back and returning it, the owner of the place will make confusion what you have to say. It's not your right to return.
Okay, so extend inspection to maybe to getting rid of expired goods from the market.
Yes,
Thank you.
Marka.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hello. Okay, that caller is off the line. Let me see. Hello?
Good afternoon, Marka James.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
To the many listeners following the broadcast. I'm Jerry Sonanim, and I'm trying to conversation from the headquarters of the Veterans Bureau.
Okay.
And I follow the Inspector General and he spoke lengthily concerning, but there is no concern as it relates to this process. And I think, like the previous caller have said, the issue of expired product within our country, I think the Inspector General need to put more emphasis on frozen material that have come into the country, because I can recall that the current Minister of Commerce has said in a previous conversation now during the Senate that she will be reports on how products are coming to our country. And the President has said that continuously we are making emphasis on the issue of price. I don't know that the issue about the price reduction strategies that all of this government, how they are being enforced under the Ministry of Commerce, I think they are being following me.
All right, thank you. Let's take this one. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Marka.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Prince Samayuma. Yeah, Marka, it is a serious problem for us that people will be fronting while the government is trying to help the citizens. You know, that one most of the time will complain. It is actually unacceptable that somebody will go and front. And I think what the government has to do is, especially the Ministry of Commerce, those issues, those people should be dealt with because it actually causing serious problems for the economy. The only employment we're talking about today, it is the private sector that provides the employment. So if foreigners can come and do those businesses that's supposed to be done by Liberians, is something that I think the Liberian has to help the government to see how those policies can be sustained.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I will just take two more. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, go ahead. You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Marka. Thank you for your talking point you have done. I appreciate you. My name is Thomas F. Joseph, calling from Johnson, better than this, number 2 months of Adokande.
Okay.
Yeah. When you're talking about especially I heard a Combat Macha read that news the afternoon concerning about the closing of East International about whatsoever they are doing. They shouldn't only be Combat, shouldn't be only the higher companies. Let them be able to even monitor most of the students. Because we can see they're selling most of the market retail. Let them be able to monitor the businesses. You know, whatever they are doing, those are doing a private business, it will always hammer them. You can't go in the store, you go buy a single thing, $50 to come and carry home. It is only be so. Those are doing the other private business, they got to be able to benefit what they are tax they are paying so they can be able to benefit. So thank you very much.
Okay. Yes, thank you. We will have to leave it at that because it's like 4 o'clock. We'll have to leave it at that. Up next here is the Forest Hour crew just on my back. So we'll take this break. We'll take this break. When we come back, like we mentioned.